Had you bet any of the games that we picked this week, you would have made money. And had you picked the gem that we highlighted, which was, of course, the Dolphins over the Falcons, you would have tripled your money. That's right, you would have got 310 on your $100 bet. This is the place to be if you're doing sports betting. How's everybody doing? We've got the World Series tonight. The Dodgers looking to continue winning as they head down to LA. It's been an interesting series so far. Yamamoto, two straight complete games. He's just an incredible pitcher. But I mean, we could say that about a number of people on the Dodgers. But we'll go ahead and continue with football here. Rest in peace to Nick Mangold of the Jets. Former center, passed away. Rest in peace to him. I think it was kidney disease, tragic. Condolences to his family and to the Jets organization, all the friends and family who are affected by that. The Jets won it for him, I think. They won by 1 point. I think it was 29-28. Beating the Bengals after coming from behind. I mean, I was following that game. Saw a little bit of the Packers and the Steelers game last night, but tonight's game is going to be really interesting. The Commanders at the Chiefs. We could go 6-0 on winners if the Chiefs win tonight. By the way, the NHL season has already been in the running. Today you've got the St. Louis Blues going into Pittsburgh to face the Penguins. That's at 4 p.m. Pacific. And then, of course, you got the Bruins, the Boston Bruins, heading to Ottawa to face the Senators. It's going to be a pretty good games tonight. It's only 2 games on tonight. Tomorrow you get the bulk of the schedule for the week. Not for the week. Excuse me. It's a little early. You have to bear with me here. I'm looking at the baseball here. 5 p.m. is when the Dodgers game will start against the Blue Jays tonight, Game 3 of the World Series. By the way, it's been fun watching your Canadian commercials. Of course, there's the controversy that Trump raised the tariffs on Canada by another 10% because of the commercial, the Ronald Reagan commercial Canada had on their television, which Ronald Reagan is explaining that tariffs are dangerous to our economy. I guess the president didn't like that very much. But I think he struck a deal with Xi Jinping in China, so we might be able to avert those tariffs. Meanwhile, the government is still shut down, but sports is not. This is why we concentrate on sports here on the Play Action Sports Show. LSU fired Brian Kelly as head coach. Apparently, he was not meeting their expectations down there. There used to be a time when the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, dominated college football. They were the most powerful conference. Looking at the landscape now, I think that the Big 12 is probably the most powerful conference in college football. We'll talk more about college football on Friday's show. Just going over all the notes here. Justin Fields did a pretty good job yesterday. He looked good, and the Jets come from behind win over the Bengals. Of course, I was wrong. I picked Brady Cook to be the starter. I hope you didn't place any prop bets on that. Now, on this show, the only official picks are the pick six. The ones that I include in the 6-pack of predictions. So, the Giants lost Scattaboo. The New York Giants have been quite a story this year. They've been really fun to watch. I personally just like the Giants organization. It goes back to when I was a kid. I'm an LA fan all around, but Lawrence Taylor, Phil Simms, the Giants were Carl Banks, back in the 80s. They were incredible. So they were a really fun team to watch, and they have been again with their rookie quarterback and their rookie running back, Scattaboo, and of course Jackson Dart. Scattaboo dislocated his ankle on a play that you can find online. It's a pretty graphic injury. This is, all year so far, Jackson Dart has been playing with the training wheels off the bicycle. The coach put him out there and he let him play just as any starting veteran or journeyman quarterback would. He took the training wheels off. Now without Scattaboo, it's like the back wheel has been taken off of the bicycle, and now Jackson Dart is expected to learn how to ride a unicycle. He's like a bear doing tricks in a circus now. But I'll tell you what, it's going to ultimately strengthen him as a quarterback. It's going to strengthen him as a leader. He's going to be a much stronger leader without his running back, because he's going to have to lead that team. There's nobody else that's going to be able to do it. I like what Coach Dable's been doing there in New York. I know a lot of people give him grief, but you know what? I haven't seen this kind of progress in quite some time. I haven't seen the Giants fans looking optimistic since Eli Manning, who was a Giant. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and probably stop right now. World Series tonight. We'll go ahead and just end the show talking about baseball. The Dodgers really got whooped in Game 2. And it all came down to that 6th inning in which the Blue Jays scored, I believe it was 11 points. They might have scored some other points in another inning. I'm not sure. But Harger, he went deep. The grand slam. I've still been waiting to see if Freddie Freeman is gonna ding one out of the park. But I tell you, for the Dodgers, Smith, when he hit that home run in Game 2, I have never seen a baseball get to the upper decks as fast as when Smith hit that home run in Game 2 in Toronto. Baseball's great. It's great to watch. College football, of course. We'll talk about all that on Friday's show. This is just sort of our Monday update here if you guys are new to the channel. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share. Because if you or anyone you know likes to wager on sports, you can't do much better than 5-0 on a Sunday. Sometimes we have our bad weeks, but for the most part, as I stated before, I know how to pick football. I am still learning how to pick against the spread and things like that. But I noticed that this week I've got 5 green check marks, which means the Packers covered, the Broncos covered, the Eagles covered, the Bills covered, and the Dolphins covered. The only one that didn't cover was the unofficial pick of the Jets. Actually, yes, they did, because they won. I'm sorry. Maybe you would have been able to do a parlay. I'm not sure. I'll have to learn. Can you do a parlay bet on an underdog? Because they win and they cover. But technically, they win and they cover automatically. So how could that be a parlay? I'm not sure. I'm trying to learn everything about the sports wagering aspects of this. It's all brand new. I've just been a sports fan my whole life. I've just been watching and judging the play on the field and things like that. But it is interesting the way this wagering works. I'll tell you what, you guys tune in Friday. We'll have a whole new crop of 6 picks for you. 6 football picks. I don't think I'm going to be picking in the World Series this year. It's too personal. I'm a Dodgers fan. All right, you guys take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Friday.